fronts. They're still competing on 4 fronts: EFL, FA Cup, Champions League, and EPL. Pep's trying to be the first manager to win all 4.
He didn't say that though.
He didn't, but his body language did.
Pep but every manager is.
No. Pep said he'll need
his body
30.
language did.
Tom, Pep said he'd need 32 players to win all 4.
How many does he have? Not 32.
23.
Well, that's what he said. It's almost. He said it's pretty much impossible.
What's up, guys? We are Black at It, coming back from our little winter, Christmas, New Year's break. It's very good to be back. What up, what up, what up?
First show of 2018.
2018. 2017.
All right, Liverpool.
Yeah, fake up it. So this is going to be a bit of a loose show. We're catching up on what's happened over the last few weeks. Also some FA Cup results. We're going to be hopping around. We got special guest in here with us today, Igor.
Hey, guys.
Mr. Referee Extraordinaire. We're going to get into some of the shady referee decisions. I think more like legit referee decisions. I think Mike Dean needs a knighthood, in my opinion.
Deanie.
He's out here killing it.
He already got demoted. They brought him back.
But yeah, man, we're talking right now as we hit the mics. We're getting into Man City's rampage. Liverpool losing Coutinho. Like I said, we're going to hop around a little bit, but back to Man City. No one's stopping this team, man, except maybe a Champions League outfit.
So what, are they going to win the Champions League now? Because the league is a
Hold
foregone
on
conclusion.
Let's go rewind. All right, over the winter break, City should have lost to a special team from London. Eagles on their chest, okay?
What up, Benteke?
What up? No, it was Milojevic this time.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Benteke a few weeks ago had a penalty in the 93rd minute, missed. Again, Palace, I think, had the most penalties in the league this year. I feel like every game they get a penalty. Willie Zaha represent. But, Man City easily, it was a dodgy call, but they easily could have lost to Palace, man. Easily could have lost in the 93rd minute. Didn't. They got lucky. Off the toes of
Eduardo
Ederson.
But that's what you need,
Palace,
right?
Man. Palace beat Chelsea. Palace beat Liverpool, did they?
But that's City, bro. That's City, man. That's what you need to go undefeated.
Dude, they're
season.
human.
You need gods.
They're vulnerable.
So
they're
what
vulnerable, but
if Palace can beat you, anyone can beat you.
But they didn't.
Dude.
Is my point. They came close. Close is not enough. The undefeated Arsenal team had 11 draws, man. You know how many miraculous games you have to have 11 draws, no losses? It means not every game they drew that year was like this cozy game. There
were comebacks. They were down, came back.
So, like, the gods are on their side. Look, do I think City can go undefeated? I think, there's 16 games left? I think it's healthy to talk about it. I don't know if it's possible.
Very unhealthy.
But it's within the it's within the realm now.
Unhealthy,
way over half.
Going to take an L, man. They will not be invincible. If they are, dog, that's like our claim to fame.
That's it.
That's Arsenal's claim to fame. What am I going to say now when people are like, no Champions League? What am I going to say? Invincible? They're like, oh, yeah, City, they did it better than you. This is going to be harsh,
We're
man.
the second most invincible team.
I do see them taking an L, though, man, at some point.
I hope so.
But the way they're playing, man, these guys, they look unstoppable currently. Will they be able to handle a loss? Will they be able to come back from a loss? I think it's going to be very interesting to see the mentality when they finally do lose. Because at this current stage, they do feel invincible.
Yeah, it's good. Look at them. They're so happy playing together.
Even physically invincible. Kevin De Bruyne should be in a wheelchair by now. Guy doesn't stop playing.
I was actually just going to
bring it up. Machine
How
on
the
this
hell
team.
did he play?
Yeah, definite steroid injections.
Got his
Heart.
But
ankle
dude, this
tore
guy
up
got his
and then he
ankle
comes
broken
back.
twice.
He wants that EPL Player of the Year.
Dude, it
He's
might
gonna
be
get
his,
it,
man. It might be his. Obviously,
Salah.
a bunch of City. Yeah, you know what? Let's
Give him
all
the
slow
boot.
down.
Give him the
Slow
golden
down.
boot.
Yeah, Salah, man. Salah's absolute stud this year.
Maybe
Killing it.
Coutinho might also.
Peace out, bro.
Later.
Hey, at least we got money for him, unlike Sanchez and Ozil.
At least he's still on our team.
For now.
He's on our squad. What about yours?
Still not going to make top 4.
You're not gonna make top
I
4
don't know.
now.
I don't know.
Yeah, you. I do know. See, you don't know. I do know. You're a little
What were you
unsure of
saying?
yourself.
What was his numbers? Has 13 and 10 this year so far in all comps, or
Yeah.
9 and 13, something like that. 9 goals,
it's
13.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's a big gaping hole.
He was having his career year.
Dude, he was having better. He matched his numbers from last year in less games by January. Coutinho,
Yeah.
and as it stands now, Arsenal sitting in 6th, 39 points. Liverpool, A hair above them in 4th place, 44 points, 5 points in between the two.
I like my odds.
Footsteps.
I like my odds.
You know, it'll be interesting to see how the second half of the season plays out for Liverpool because you can go either way on this. One, Liverpool has the money, so they can spend it in the right places. If they do,
Van Dijk.
No way, dude.
Coutinho's out, so it is a gaping hole. But then again, there's also reports that saying Klopp wasn't completely heartbroken to see Coutinho go, just because there was so much drama
It was a
going
long
on.
breakup. Yeah.
Because when it came down to it, he was missing games because of quote unquote injuries. Then he would go play for Brazil the next day or a couple of days later. There was just. He would talk to other teammates saying how he wanted to go. It's just...
Yeah, it was a healthy thing. It was a healthy thing for him to go. It sucks for Liverpool.
Not in January, though. That's the thing.
Look, I hear you, man. I hear you. There were two... I think there are two main reasons he went in January. One being... You never know what's going to happen with the rest of the season. He busts an ACL. The whole deal goes to shit. Now you have an unhappy player. And two, he's unhappy, dude. Cancer grows on a team. He was unhappy since last summer. You could see it in his face. His numbers, you called me out. I said, he was struggling this year. His numbers clearly show him not struggling. But you can see the body language. It wasn't his baby
How
anymore.
nasty is Coutinho? How much of a professional is he that he's unhappy, yet he's still balling at this level?
He's as professional as Mars.
Professional, man.
It's an expectation. You have to be.
Aguero did
It's
that
incredible.
Last year. Gabi shows up. Everyone started knocking him for the first couple games, and then it's like Kuhn's like, all right, I gotta step up. Like,
I mean, Suarez did it better. Suarez had that 1 year, then he broke records. When it came down to it, I think Coutinho should not have gone. I don't think Coutinho should have gone this midway through the season because he's not going to be able to play Champions for Barca. Barca pretty much has La Liga wrapped up. But he could have helped Liverpool get the top four and helped them in Champions.
But it shows you how toxic the situation was, that Liverpool was willing to give him up in January, dude. It sucks, man. Ideally for business, of course, I don't think Liverpool wanted to sell him in January, but they looked at it and said, okay, we already quote unquote screwed him over last summer by not letting him go. Here comes a window. This is our chance to just make a clean break. We have Salah ticking. We have Firmino ticking. We have Lallana who just came back.
142 million.
Plus all that.
42. Was it 142?
Yeah, 42.
I thought there was also some add-ons.
And then right away you bring in Virgil, who scores you a game winner on his FA Cup debut for the club. So, look, man, is it a loss for Liverpool? Of course, but it was one of those Cristiano Ronaldo situations where you just gotta let a guy go.
But Cristiano went during the summer.
He did.
So that's a huge thing for United. For Liverpool, it sucks. It really does, because this is the first time in a long time that Liverpool can say they had a real chance to doing some noise in Champions League. I'm not saying winning the semifinals, going to the finals or anything, but actually getting through this coming around and really looking at maybe the semifinals, depending on how, I don't know. Because if Mane kicks it into gear and then Salah keeps with Virgil van Dijk?
No. We can assume. Look, it's tough to assume, but we can assume that this deal for Virgil was accelerated because they got that nice cash from
absolutely.
Barcelona.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I think it would have been a
Liverpool's
summer
a
deal.
stabilizing club. They don't want to break the bank. They've proven it in the past. Fenway Sports Group, or FSG.
They've broken the bank.
Yeah, but you've been
But
burned so many times.
Yeah,
only
not
to
lately.
balance the books. They'll never go in. And I think this is great business. You pocket 142 million for a guy who doesn't want to be there. You already have one of the best attacks in the league. You don't need him.
Yep.
When you look at it, what do you
That's
need?
why I
You need a
disagree.
center back over an attacking player. You already have the attacking threat.
You could
Coutinho
have
just
bought
adds
Virgil
to it.
without him.
I agree that
You could have, but would it have happened from a financial standpoint?
I believe
Finally,
so.
Liverpool addressed their weakness right at the heart of defense.
Worth it. I
signing
think this is a
Virgil
great
van Dijk.
business.
But you lost such a precious centerpiece in Coutinho, man. Like, obviously, Salah's been your best player this season, but over the past 3 years, Coutinho's been your best player. So who do you
Consistent.
replace him with now? Because
Well,
now
you
Firmino's a
can't.
odd player. He's a number 9/number 10, can play on the wings.
Well, like
you don't
Tiki-
have a true number 10.
Like Tiki was saying earlier, you sign that number 9, you free up Firmino to be the floating guy now, because he can do that job fine.
how are you
But
supposed
no-
to keep Coutinho? If
You
he's
can't.
unhappy, how do you
That's
keep
it.
him?
No,
you
you
gave him
don't.
the captain's badge. You gave him the money. You gave him this. You gave him
you
that.
get rid of
They-
him.
You made him the face of
Right,
Liverpool.
he
You
doesn't
put
want
the
it.
whole program on
Right.
him.
So
He
what
didn't
else are
want
you
it.
supposed to do?
Yeah,
Eventually,
man,
it's
let him
like
go.
you said, cancer. You gotta cut it out. Like
Well,
I tried.
Yeah.
They actually offered
that's
him
why
a
they
new
won't finish
contract
top
as
4.
well. They offered him the new contract. He said no to that. But when it comes down to it, it's not about keeping him for long term. It's just keeping him for that till June. That's the big thing.
And that's
So-
why I don't think Liverpool finishes top 4. I think you guys fall out of the top 4
Don't-
because Coutinho left in January.
Don't forget that there's a
Even
lot of
if you-
January
even
left
though
and
they
Liverpool has a
short-
lot of money. And the big thing about big difference between Coutinho leaving and Suarez leaving is who's in charge, Brendan Rodgers or Klopp. Klopp has pretty much got every single player in right.
Okay, but at the same time, Klopp's system is one that enables injuries. So let's take a look at Salah. He's already been playing every single game. He's been rested now. He might pull up. If Salah or Mane get hurt, Mane's been banged up this season. Without a Coutinho now, all of a sudden Liverpool's attack goes from top 2 to what?
Dude, they got Alexander Oxlade-Chamberlain. They'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, they'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
Well, a couple
They
things.
got the
One,
Ox.
Ox has actually been doing really well, and then they're heavily
Over what,
linked.
2-3 games?
Recently, yes.
Okay, 2-3 games. It's
I'd rather him do well in the last 2-3 games than the first 2 or 3 games going in a slump. But Mahrez is also linked. I wouldn't say very close because there's so many conflicting stories about this. And if Mahrez comes onto Liverpool for let's say 40 mil, that's pretty good business right there because that gave Liverpool maybe
another winger. Awesome. It still does not fill your weakness currently, which is at number 10, attacking midfield. Who does Liverpool buy to replace?
But I can tell you right now, there's nobody in the world that can replace Coutinho at the moment because Barcelona has even said that he's going to start as a winger and then they're going to try to push him in and take over Iniesta. There's not many players that can do what Coutinho does.
Which is why I do not see Liverpool finishing in the top 4 this year. I don't. Honestly, with injuries, with the EPL schedule, we know. I'm loving this as an Arsenal fan. If Ozil and Alexis leave in the summer,
moral victories.
If they leave in the summer, cool. As long as they don't leave in January, I can see Arsenal whether through Europa or through the league finishing in the
FA
4th
Cup.
spot.
Oh wait, no, not FA Cup.
Well, it wouldn't matter anyway. That's cheap shot, but
time out.
you're hurting about this Coutinho.
You're throwing Arsenal into top 4.
I am now. Because I'm throwing Liverpool out, and Spurs will be a tough matchup, no doubt. Spurs
That's what I'm
will
saying,
be a tough
man.
matchup.
Spurs is a full team. They're one Toby away from getting back to normal. Like Liverpool, Arsenal just crashed out
One
today.
Toby.
Yeah, one Toby. Arsenal just crashed out today. Sure, they play their bum squad, but that's gonna play a little bit into their heads. The defense is struggling this year. Arsenal has no defense because Shelny, best defender in the Prem.
Come on, right? You got to bring up bullshit.
Because
But
he's
also-
garbage.
But also for
But then that offense as well. Alexis Sanchez shows up once every 2-3 games. Ozil looks like he's trying, but he's playing for a
been balling.
contract.
Ozil's balling, man.
Like,
Alexis
playing for a contract.
recently has been balling. Lacazette
He hasn't
has been playing well.
Lacazette can't get 90 minutes. How do you justify Liverpool not being in the top 4 and then you slip Arsenal in there?
Because
It
we
doesn't
own
make
Spurs,
sense.
mate.
You don't. Not
Spurs.
last year was a changing of the guard. There's nothing to own. I don't think you've
Last
been
year was
above
a
him.
fluke.
Dog, I don't think you've been above him since the alphabetical start of the league. Since match 1. I think you've been chasing Tottenham ever since, bro.
Bro, that's
So-
cool. That's cool and all, man. That's all cool in the game. But Spurs
More.
is
When you
in
know
the
you
Champions League too. And do not sleep on the schedule piling up on Spurs. They beat Madrid.
Fair
They
point.
think that they're gonna go deep in the Champions League. Let them go deep in the Champions League. I hope you get to
Dude,
the
even
semi.
after they beat
Hope you get to
Madrid,
the
they beat
quarters.
Dortmund. So it's not like they're hungover on Madrid. These guys are determined and focused.
All right,
Don't
bro, I got
forget,
faith in my club.
Harry Kane's back now. Back-to-back hat tricks over
Come
winter
on,
break.
dude.
He
Except
scored.
when
He scored
everyone-
2 again this weekend. The FA Cup, no problem. This guy's back on fire. Set a new Premier League record for most goals in the calendar year. Beat Alan Shearer.
Messi as well.
Most goals
Top scorer
by
in
anyone. Yeah, 2017.
Beat Tom
Harry
Ford
Kane,
Cavani.
top goal scorer.
Mr. 100 passes per
Taking
game.
left and right hooks all the way.
Just say, man,
Eight mile
if
stomping.
Spurs have this guy, Spurs have the best number 9 out and out, I think, in the league that plays consistently. Aguero's up there too, in and out. But this guy's back in the form for Spurs, man.
Well, it's not just him actually.
And the
because
best defense.
Because Tiki and I during Fancy Talk actually talked about somebody else on Spurs that
Son.
Tiki, you did some great research talking about when it actually happens. We talked about Dele Alli. He really starts to
This
come
guy.
on in December, January. I think it was January 5th. We said.
Yeah,
And
last season.
look, he's been a little bit ahead of schedule because in the last 4 matches he has 2 goals and 4 assists, and they have 2 clean sheets.
The deli shop is open.
Exactly.
There you go.
Hey, please take your order. But when it comes down to it, this is the guy. If he can really turn around what his whole season, you know Eriksen's going to show up. You know Harry Kane's probably going to show up. This is the guy because he's so high, low, especially with
There it is.
I love
Had
that
to come
quote.
up.
I love
There
it.
it is.
2018. That's the
Welcome
first
to
one.
it.
High,
What
high,
about
low, low.
medium?
Medium.
I said, oh,
High highs,
Medium,
low
medium,
lows.
medium,
It's just
medium.
poor
Yeah.
description. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, there's
It
high
bet-
risk,
you-
high reward with this guy. When it comes
It
down
is
to
better.
it, his mentality is, I guess a little bit immature still when it comes down to Dele Alli. If he's doing well, he seems to be the best teammate. He seems to be one of the best players in the England. When his form's bad, just everything goes wrong. He gets chippy,
Looks
stupid
frustrated.
fouls. Exactly.
But the cool thing about him, man, is his manager has faith in him. His manager will play him. He's been absolute garbage time the first half of the season, up until you're saying how's the last 2 games. He should have been sitting for other guys, or last 4 games.
Still believes in his
But
quality.
he still believes in him. So this is a guy who's going to play through the struggles. And Arsenal, again, I say, what's your retort? What's your rebuttal for this guy?
Look, man, I still think psychologically we have a mental
It's
edge over
over.
Spurs. No, I don't think it's over. I think because we've dominated them for so long. Yes, okay, the guards. In terms of the quality of their team, I admit is better. They're a better balanced team.
Better
but I
defense,
still think there's
better
a
goalie,
there's a
better midfield,
psychological
better forwards.
aspect.
Okay,
That's cool.
better coach.
Yeah, on
They're
paper,
wingers.
everything on
Better
paper
fan
and
base.
statistics. But as we know, statistics in football they don't always tell the entire picture. And I still have faith that we can beat them in a straight up North London derby. And I think that Arsene Wenger has mastered picking up points towards the end of the season. We'll
That's
see
true.
how Spurs.
That he
Spurs
has.
we know choke. We know Spurs choke. So I would not be surprised if Spurs end up in 5th place, end up in a Europa spot, but do end up doing well in the Champions League.
Why do you think Wenger picks up those points at the end? It's because they get knocked out of Champions League right away.
And this year
Now
we
you're
don't.
playing in Europa,
That's
so
a good
you're
point.
going and you're not deep enough.
And you have
Who are you gonna play when your players are tired on Thursdays?
I think on Thursdays, we're gonna go for the Europa League. I think at this stage
You
because
have
we're in
to.
the round of
You
32.
have to. That's your in.
But
Like United did.
Champions League
that's
back
the
door.
main in. But I still
We'll
think
try
that
to do.
I still think that the squad's got enough. I still think that the squad has enough ability to rotate as long as Ozil, Alexis, and Lacazette are on the pitch. I think we'll be able to pick up some points.
All right.
for sure.
Speaking of Arsenal, victims of some rough refereeing decisions, and like we said, we got Igor in here. Over the break, well, it was a break for us, but it was hot and heavy for the EPL. West Brom given a controversial PK. Who was it Chambers out there doing
Oh
his
yeah,
out-
Callum Chambers.
Yeah, they-
out there
Yeah.
doing his best basketball pick impression, putting his arms out in
Side
front of
shuffle.
him.
It was
He's side shuffling.
It was in,
Side
but his
shuffling.
hand was in
Chicken
front
wing.
of his
It was a little
chest.
goofy.
Chicken wing?
It was a little goofy,
Straight
but
up.
it was in.
Was that a natural position?
I would say so because his
In
arm
what sport
is
is it
in-
natural? In basketball, yes. In soccer, to shuffle like that? Come on.
Hey,
It's a-
bruh.
It's
Let's
a
keep it
50-50
real.
call
Mike
for me.
Dean.
I could see either way.
Okay, fair enough. Mike Dean caught a lot of heat for that call,
He did.
Igor. And what are your thoughts as a ref?
And I think that was probably the hardest one that we've seen in a while because the hand was out of his chest, but it was in front of his hand. So it was in front of his stomach. So he didn't make his body bigger, but it was out enough.
And
so
up as well.
Exactly. So if the ball is going high, if it's going up, it's going to hit the hand because if the hand's not there, it's going right over his head. You know? So it doesn't have to be necessary, like you said, making himself bigger. He's making himself bigger vertically,
Forward-wise,
horizontally. Right. So,
Absolutely. So that call was right by
but
Mr.
he didn't
Dean.
see it. That was the problem. He's
Okay.
out of position. And Rob pointed him out after the game that he was looking directly at the player's back. So he couldn't necessarily see the angle of it, but it was one of those instincts with that experience that he does have. He went with it. So he made the gut call. But what I didn't like was after. Why didn't you explain it?
Well, I remember actually them talking about that, saying he was out of position. And are we asking too much for these 40, 50, 6-year-old dudes trying to keep up with these well-tuned 20-year-old athletes?
Why are
Well,
these
for-
40,
for-
50-year-old, 60-year-old dudes still reffing?
Thank
Well,
you.
first of all,
Because they're the best we
a
have.
human being approaches his peak, stamina. Marathon runners often in their 40s. That's when you're at your peak as
What?
far as endurance.
I
Look
don't
it
know.
up.
No,
Look it up.
30s. Once you hit
motherfuckers.
30, testosterone starts dropping. That's
You
why
don't
these
need
guys
testosterone to
retire.
run.
So, so,
Yeah,
we
it's a
look,
run,
so we
but-
look at all the main marathons.
They're from Ethiopia, yeah.
But how old are they?
They could be 40. You never know.
No,
Yeah. See that birth certificate?
yeah, got the Yaya Toure in them.
Here's your age stat. 8/26/2017, beginning of the season, refereeing worldblogspot.com announces that the highest average age official is in the EPL, 43 years old.
I said 44. It's close.
At the age of 45, the league begins to look for referees for retiring and moving on, as they can't even go to World Cup, as they have a age limit as well.
Yeah.
Club team average age in the EPL is 25 to 30 years old, like you said. How do you keep up with a guy like that? A 43-year-old man keep up with a 25-year-old guy?
Mike Dean is.
For how many games though? It's not just a one game a month. They have to do this for 5-6 months. Thank you.
He's 49 years old, Mike.
He's 49. He's an old 49. Well, he looks old. I don't know.
As opposed to a young.
By the way, I was a little early. I was a little early with the
Shit.
peak marathon age. Turns out it's around 36.
Yeah,
But
mid
still-
30s when players retire. Usually that's when
As
you
a
lose
runner, as a referee, 36 is
This
fine.
guy's
36
known
is
as a
40.
goofball. That's the worst part, man. It's like guys like him, who's the other guy, Martin Atkinson, like guys like that who are known to be harsh with decisions. Yes, look, they've been good referees for a long time. It's time to move on, man.
Is it time to move on, or is it time to give these guys technology, dude?
Well,
is it time to just face the facts in the mirror? You got La Liga popping up this week with VAR saying they have it next year. You got an FA Cup test game, because I don't know why the English FA is so afraid of it. They're testing it with Crystal Palace tomorrow.
It's both.
Like,
Bring in
I
the
don't
new
get
guys
it.
and give them the equipment.
Boom.
That's how you teach them.
Boom.
But okay, Mike Dean, fine, phase him out. But don't
Martin
you think?
Atkinson as well.
But don't you think that just like in the sport itself of football, just like the athletes, there are good players. Even on good teams, there are bad players. You know what I mean? So like, yes, we want to get the best referees out there, but they're gonna have bad games. You know what I mean? So
I don't doubt bad games, bro.
Well, they have to be paid. They have to have full-time jobs. They have to have the right technology off the field and really train themselves as well. So it's not just the referee's fault. It's believing in not just paying the players, you have to pay the refs too.
So if you do keep them, what's the improvement? Just giving them the equipment? What I think they should do is stop punishing them as well. That's been brought up before. They miss a game-critical decision, call a PK, don't call a PK.
Second-guessing themselves.
The league should punish him for that. You made a mistake, just like a player gets a red card for taking out a guy.
No, it's different, man. Because this is a split-second decision, man. I don't think they should be punished because, like, it's a mistake, but it's not like a loss of concentration mistake. If he's out of position and he misses a call, sure, we can talk about punishing.
Because Mike Dean
But if
has been
Mike
punished
Dean-
before, right?
Yeah.
You got demoted last
Yeah,
year.
he got demoted, dropped down to the championship,
and they
'cause he
brought
made
him
a
back
terrible
up.
Decision.
So that referee board, man, includes some of the best referees in the world. So we're saying that their system is so broken that they don't see Mike Dean as a bad ref, or is it us where now we're at the point where Mike Dean makes a mistake, and he didn't even make a mistake, by the way, but Mike Dean makes a mistake. We all jump on him as he's this terrible ref.
Look, I think there's a reason why Mike Dean has developed a reputation. We all know Mike Dean to be one of those refs who's outspoken.
Flamboyant.
Flamboyant. It's a great word I was
Love
looking
him.
for.
Love him.
Oh, hey, he's just my favorite.
A little arrogant because after was it?
Well, I think honestly,
'cause after the match,
I think all refs are to some degree because you have to have that confidence in you to say, no, I'm right, and all you 22 players are wrong. So when it comes to arrogance, I think that's actually a necessary part, a necessity within a ref. But Mike Dean, especially, the way, I don't know, man, he's made so many. He's such a goof. He's a goofy dude. I think we know that he's been a good ref, but his time's up.
but at the end of the
enough.
match, Petacek got interviewed. He was really infuriated by Mike Dean for the fact that he wouldn't answer his question, and he would just stand there looking straight ahead and wouldn't even acknowledge Petacek.
But does he-
And because there's many players out there that I can see that would get into refs' faces. Petacek never seems to have any problem anytime. Like he seems like the dude that he looks almost like the ambassador,
Consummate professional.
like a
nerd.
no matter whether he's captain or not, he always has that captain mentality where he should be able to go up to the referee and be like, "What's going on?" Because he started out talking to him regular, and then he started getting angry because he didn't even get one civil letter from Mike Dean.
So the rule is the captains can approach the ref.
Yeah.
The ref doesn't have to talk to the captains, but he should to keep order of the game. When the game's over, you can go after to the referee's locker room and discuss it. So I understand Mike Dean definitely did exacerbate the situation by ignoring him. That's not good handling of a situation.
Just say, hey, we'll talk about this 10 minutes, but you're behind.
Yeah, but Czech wasn't in that mood either. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
he might have accepted that, but Mike Dean
But
didn't
might
even,
not have.
he didn't even give you the option.
You
So
know
we're
who
still
else was
discussing the Arsenal versus West Brom, Count
Yep.
Chambers
Yes.
handball. All right.
slash Mike Dean as well.
Slash Mike Dean as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
okay.
yeah.
But
And,
actually, no. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm not going to get into it, but I want to talk about West Brom real quick.
Somebody else who also couldn't control their tempo was old Arson. Getting a little hot in the pants there. 3-game touchline
pressure's
ban
on.
for his outburst.
I'm so glad to see
Justice.
that. I'm so glad to see that.
Justice.
It's great. The man's finally, he's showing a little bit of confidence.
He's
Not
But what
defending his
happens?
players.
But what happens
But
on
emotion.
match one for that? What happens on match one of his touchline ban? You're out of the FA Cup.
Whoopsie.
Hey,
Jit like that.
hey, man. But the squad he played though, it's not like
Dude,
if
what the hell
played
was he playing at,
Alexis,
man?
Ozil,
What's he playing
No,
at?
no, it's because he's got midweek semifinal EFL Cup, so
Against
he's
Chelsea.
saving
But
Alexis
dude,
Sanchez
you
against
played
Chelsea.
too many backups.
He,
I don't
he
know.
hasn't. He doesn't have a choice. You're in an EFL semi cup final midweek, and they had
Shit,
a
it's
midweek
a silverware.
game. The
you
boring.
must prioritize.
Yeah.
I don't mind. And Wenger he's been known to play young guys in the FA Cups all the way up until the semifinals. So I definitely don't mind us going out in the FA Cup. Okay, we lose to Nottingham Forest 4-2, but
Smackdown.
Europa is the priority and the league is the priority. So for me, this is one less competition. We already have the most FA Cup wins in history. So one more would have just honestly papered over the cracks.
But this actually doesn't so much hurt Arsenal. This hurts Arsene for the fact that he can't rely on the FA Cup now this year. He has to win Europa
Good.
or the league, or well, at least get in top 4. Or this very well could be his last year.
Nope. He's got 2 years, dude. He'll be here for another year.
He
He's
always
got 2 year
finishes his
contracts.
He's stuck. Well, you're stuck.
But in that game, real quick about
down
West
the
Brom and Arsenal, I'm glad that West Brom was able to get that penalty. They saved James. I know this is not his real name, but I call him McLean, James McLean on West Brom, because he turned his back on that free kick from Arsenal and it went in minutes
He
before.
wasn't even in the wall, and then he ran into the wall.
Yeah, and they
then
turned his goddamn back.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I like him, though. I like James McLean.
Yeah, well, he scored the next
He's
game
the
too,
man.
so thankfully for West Brom's sake, they kind of rebounded. But that was some. I don't want to call him a pansy because he looks like a pretty tough dude, but he stand up, block that ball. If you're gonna be in the wall, block the ball.
Easy, Jolly Green Giant. Easy.
Yeah, relax. What are we on now?
I don't know. What are we moving on to?
I mean, dude, we can talk about. So
Want to talk about
much,
Liverpool
man.
again?
No,
All
I
right.
definitely don't. I want to talk about Man United a little bit. A Magic Mo, getting grayer
Dude.
by the game.
He's pulling an Obama out there, dude. Came in like dark hair, had that silver fox. Not even silver fox.
He
had that-
came in great.
Yeah,
Yo,
no,
he's a
he
touch
had
of gray.
He's
He
been
had a
great for
touch
a
of
few
gray
years.
look. Now
Salt
he's
and
out here
pepper.
looking like Steve Martin, bro. Like
Straight
he's
salt.
all silver,
How
man.
So
hard?
salty
How
right now.
hard is he deflecting right now? Because United, true, they won the last game, but they've been drawing a lot. They've actually been dropping a lot of points, and now it's not even about the team anymore. It's I don't want to run up and down, looking like a clown on the sidelines. Then you got Klopp. Now you got Conte in there.
Yes,
and
I
then
love
they go
it.
Back and forth, back and forth, back
Conte's
and forth,
like,
back and
I
forth.
think you're a little man.
Yeah.
That's
And then Mourinho
And then
said,
Mourinho says-
blame the reporters, don't blame me. I didn't mean to say it. Don't blame him either. But he's trying to swirl everything around
Mourinho's-
so all the light is off his team.
Mourinho's killer line. I will never be accused of match fixing.
Ooh, that
Shots
is
fired.
that's
Shots fired, Conte.
Is that,
Where
is
you
that
at?
below the
No, it's
belt?
not below, bro. That's Rafa
That's
Benitez
right on
if
the
it's
belt.
below.
That's right
It's
on
right
the
on the
belt,
belt.
dog.
And you're calling him a little man. He's got height issues, all right? He doesn't like to be
Technically,
called
he
little.
was not found guilty, I believe.
Well, he
No,
was
he,
in charge
he was
when
cleared of
Max-
all. He was
technically.
cleared of all charges.
Yeah,
Of course, dude. But come on.
But
Come on.
But
What they get
Mourinho-
Al Capone on? Tax?
Well, I think
Yes,
come on.
Conte's thing was that he didn't report the match fixing.
Come
You
on,
know?
bro. That's even worse.
Just say, hey,
Hey,
I'm
man,
just
I saw
I'm just-
rape. I didn't report it.
Maybe
It was
he did- maybe
alleged.
he
It
didn't.
was alleged that he did not report the match fixing. Ran through the mill. Came out clean
Tired
on
of
the other
this
side.
Italian mobster
Oh, I missed this
coming
shit.
into this fucking league, trying to run shit, trying to win a double in his first year. Go back home.
I just hate this the over celebration when he scores a goal. You want to dive into the crowd every
Conte?
time, son.
You
Play
would
against
love
Swansea.
it, dude.
Chill out, bro.
If he was Arsenal
Chill out.
manager, you would love that shit.
Yeah, if so, but we're not playing the if games.
So
dog.
don't act like you don't like the
We're not
antics.
playing the
It's the
if
fact
game.
that he's not your manager. Because
No,
if
dude.
Arsenal was scoring and he was jumping in to
If
the
he
crowd,
does
you'd be
it
like,
in
oh,
a-
I love this
If
guy.
he
He's
does
the
it in
best
a
Italian
big
eye
game,
basher.
no. If he does it in a big game, I get it.
Ancelotti.
Here comes the Gunners.
Man's wilding out against Swansea, dog. Man's wilding out against Swansea, dog. You're expected to beat Swansea.
Look,
come
dude.
on, bro.
No. Thomas just wants the manager that stands up and does one fist. Just one fan.
Those are usually the best managers. The corny Fergie. Yeah.
Fergie Shuffle.
Yeah. Those are usually the best managers because they've been there before.
Arsene
They've
couldn't
been
celebrate if he tried.
Of course he could. He just plays with a zipper.
or a slip and fall. Trying to do a turnaround.
Help me.
We're going to file a suit.
No, but United, man, stumbled through the winter break. Looks like handed City the title.
3 draws, man. Although I will say a silver lining to a frustrating winter break for United was Jesse Lingard.
Oy.
Cometh a man.
You mean Lingardinho?
Lingardinho, old Hesse Lingard.
Ratinho.
No. No,
Oh, rat face.
I don't mean that.
The Rat King.
Rat King. Carol, we're going to stay hating on him.
Dude, I love that player too. I just hate that he's on United.
Dude, he's so nice, man.
I think
The heart rate.
8 goals in 10 games, work rate through the roof. That's all competitions.
Bro, it's been quality goals. Like, okay.
And quality
Dirty
goals.
goals.
It's been a little
feature,
bit like Fortune where the ball
Quentin?
bounces.
Dude, no, I'm telling you,
Shouts.
man. You go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, finish up.
He's pinging him with the outside of his foot. Like, and he's
Don't
finishing
matter.
like
He's
side
sure
wedding.
Quick reactions. He gets the ball, shoot, bang, bye.
Dude, I sent you guys a video beginning of the season of Jesse, on loan at Swansea, on loan at he's on loan Burnley maybe. He's on loan a few places. Swansea one of them, and the guy was scoring the same type of goals outside the box, curling efforts, same style of goal. It just took him a while to get more physical for the Premier League, and you know you can call me crazy for drawing a comparison, man, but this guy reminds me of young Paul Scholes in that. He started as like a center forward, second striker,
crazy.
short guy.
I'll be the first.
You know, and no, I'm just saying, small stature, but he's powerful shot. Always get in amongst the goals somehow. You know, defies logic. The fact that he's that good, better work rate, a little faster, but he's that second striker. You know,
Jesse Lingard was on loan at Leicester, Birmingham, and Brighton. And Derby.
Derby, Swansea. I confused it too.
Why
Man
you go
United
for it?
just
Yeah,
beat
gotcha.
Derby to 2-0 in the FA Cup. Lukaku also within the goals. Do you think that Lukaku could also, kind of turn it back up as we enter January?
Yeah, man, it's about that time. The problem with him is that he hasn't been rotated, and I understand Mourinho wants him to play through it, especially with the media on his back. If the media's on his back and you bench the dude, that could send a young kid into a spiral. So he's been trying to play him through. But I think if United had gotten a real number 9 to match up with him, to compete with him,
Isn't
it would have.
I mean
like
number 9.
Yeah, if he's healthy,
What
dude.
about Martial now? He did well.
That's what I was getting
Are
to.
they gonna
So
keep him there?
Rashford.
So
Nah, he's not
look,
ready.
he's not ready. So
This kid was born ready.
I think the reason why Lukaku is going to stop popping again is because a guy like Martial, who we all knew was a number 9, but unfortunately for him, with Lukaku coming in, was forced out wide, could eventually become that number 9 rotation player in that spot to give pressure onto Lukaku to perform.
Speed is a curse sometimes in football because you look at a guy like Martial who at Monaco was a number 9. He played out wide at times, but his best position was at center forward. And then you look at a guy even like we were talking about Theo Walcott, who Theo felt he was better up top at the striker position. Maybe we all disagree with that, in that he was better out wide because of his finishing capabilities.
And speed.
But typically this is what we see. The players who are the fastest, they usually get bumped out wide, even if their natural position is at number 9. And I
Even
think
center backs get bumped out to fullbacks.
right back, left midfielders, right midfielders drop
most
back
space.
to wing backs all the time. So speed definitely can be a curse, but at the same time, if you manage to play Tony Martial and Lukaku in a 3-5-2, I think that would be the perfect balance for Man United.
I would absolutely love that, but I don't think it's in Mourinho's game to teach them that formation mid-season offensively. I think Mourinho, he's been caught this season focusing a lot on defense. You look at the offense when they struggled against I think it was Burnley, Leicester.
What is that
a few
about?
games.
Because look, it was
I
brought up with
think-
Mourinho about the amount he was talking about City and how much they spent $100 million on fullbacks and da da da. Like he's making excuses. You got to spend a lot of money as well on these players.
For sure, man, and that's why I mean, it's more tactics. Of course, you look at our players 1v1 against City. I think City edges out United, but
Yep.
not by much.
Not by much.
Not by much, man. Not to the point where you're saying, hey, they spent $100 million or $200 million on fullbacks. That's why we're losing. No, we're losing because when we get that ball from our own half into the the opponent's half
Second,
and into
third.
their final third, there's no creativity. It's essentially give it to Pogba, maybe give it out wide to Martial, hopefully beat someone and we whip it in, or, we break in from the wide.
Ashley Young has
positions.
been like one of your best players. this
Ashley
season.
Young, Valencia, and that's the tactic. There's no wingers, so every time we have the ball, everyone clumps up the middle. And what do you do on defense? What are you taught to do? Stay compact, stay in the middle. So
sure.
it overloads the middle. Then you're hoping that Ashley Young and Valencia can get all the way up and cross it. If he's playing with true wingers, maybe we have a shot. But even then, it's not enough, man, because there's not enough, there's not enough creativity in that final third. And Pep's a guy who focuses on winning the ball ASAP as soon as possible because he knows his team's very small, very physically, not a presence. So they have to win the ball quickly before they set into a formation.
But we're
whereas
talking about a
Mourinho's
team that spent so much.
But it's not about money.
And
What I'm saying is the struggle, the where it's not ticking is
The
just
tactics.
that final third.
It's the
That's it. It's
tactics,
the tactics in the final third. How do you get a team like Burnley to stretch? How does City do it?
3-4-3.
Stay wide. Stay wide, Sané. Stay wide, Sterling.
3-4-3.
Knock it in. Exactly.
That's what I mean.
But with United,
Rashford up
everyone
top.
tucks in, man, and you watch Matic picking. I've been saying it all season. We don't need Matic picking up the ball 3 yards from Jones.
I still don't
It
think
kills,
that's the issue, but okay.
I think it is because it's the build-up, man. It's the sustained pressure. The problem is when we win the ball, we're starting all the way back from our own half versus when other teams win the ball. Even Arsenal, when they win the ball, they're starting. Their
Higher up the
midfield
field.
is starting within the other team's midfield already.
Press high.
So
So put
ball
it this
playing
way.
Speaking of Arsenal,
Put it this way real
Not
quick.
even that much, man. Not even ball playing. You
press
watch
higher.
Watford do it. Watford does it brilliantly, actually, where the center backs aren't ball players, but their midfield stays high and forces the center back to make a 10-yard pass on the ground through gaps. It's not even like we're expecting, some Sergio Ramos-esque balls, Cesar Azpilicueta-esque balls. No, man. We're saying instead of having 6 guys in our own half to start an attack, let's have 3 or 4 max, and everyone else is in their half, and we start from their half.
Well, let's not forget that Lukaku, he has to score. When it comes down to it, if he does not, United has a real possibility of not making the top 4. And when I say that, is that every year, Lukaku seems
We
to
need a number
disappear.
9 to score.
Lukaku normally disappears for at least one stretch, which is 10 games. And when I say disappear, he only gets roughly 3 goals in that 10 games. That's a disappearance for one of the best strikers in England. That's how I feel.
Okay,
And
yeah.
he's done that twice this year already.
That's
So
actually
if he does not swing into things, and if he goes for another 10-game stretch, only getting 2 goals, that's
We're in trouble.
3 times the amount that he's already done at every single team that he's always been at. True, he's not the number one focal point that other teams, like Everton or West Brom, they would just send him the ball. But at the same time, this guy, for the amount of money, for the amount of reputation that he has, to disappear 3 times for 10 games at a time, only getting 3 goals or so, that's not good.
I give him a break. First year at United, first year big stage, and
He's not the
United
best player on the
isn't
team
playing well.
anymore.
United's not playing well. We can say they're in second, they're fighting best defense, yada yada. It's just not pretty at United
I still
right
think
now.
Lukaku's going to get 20-plus goals.
This
Well,
year,
yeah.
he's got 10 in the
20
league.
plus in
He's
the,
got
in the league
in the
or
league.
overall.
He's
In the
got
league.
16
I'm trying to
overall,
think who gets
10 in the league this year. But I think it's the tactics from Jose they have to improve. I mean,
Dude, he
a lot
needs
of times he
supply,
just sends
man.
out the team and, hey, figure it out. He leaves it on their shoulder. That's why people like Mkhitaryan, he needs a little more direction, doesn't get that direction, fails miserably, and
Not
his
about this
confidence
life.
is shot.
Yeah, his
Well, he has
direction's
Pogba
bad.
hold back so much.
He
Speaking
can't
of
even trap the ball anymore, Mkhitaryan.
speaking
I
of
don't know.
What
He had
happened to
that-
his first
he
touch,
had-
man?
He had that good cross that
Oh, that good cross.
he's been
it
inconsistent.
should have been an
man.
assist.
So did Robertson. He had that good cross.
He has a
that
lot of
time.
good crosses.
So did Ben Davies that time.
But a solution to these
Arsenal,
outta here.
Arsenal man shouldn't be chanting over there.
How do you go German Bundesliga Player of the Year to? He had that good cross.
Well, I'm talking about he should have had an
That's
assist. He put it on someone's head. I forget who it was. He put it on someone's head in
It
the
was-
6-yard
It
box.
was Rashford.
Rashford, yeah, he
missed.
should've-
No,
that should
I
be
know
his
what you're talking about,
assist.
Huss.
I got you, buddy.
But a solution to these problems for United, I think if anything, they need a center mid, a box-to-box dude,
A real
someone
center
in the
mid.
Roy Keane mold. They got Matic was a huge coup this
Leon
summer.
Goretzka?
Matic to hold it down. You need a guy next to him so you can
Arturo
free up
Vidal.
Pogba to play in the final third on the left wing, like at Juventus. Let Pirlo control. Let Vidal control. Let Pogba get up. But also, speaking of Arsenal, a second ago, the Manchester Evening News is reporting that Jose's been given the okay to launch a £35 million bid for Mesut Ozil
Oh.
this month instead of waiting for a free transfer. I think that'd be great. 35 mil, nothing.
Uh-oh.
Maybe
Uh-oh.
30. Drop that
He can
down
play
a little lower.
Champions League.
He can play Champions League
Why you got to bring that shit up?
because it's a possibility.
Look, that would hurt, man, because Ozil has been playing very, very well this season.
That would be the
wants that
unlock
contract.
for Pogba.
I still do think, look, Arsenal.
It also
I think,
puts Alexis Sanchez in a different mindset.
He's
In
out.
what way?
He's calling PSG.
Where am I going?
If he sees Ozil leave in January, he's like, ooh.
Where am I going?
Especially
Like,
for
I'm not
all of
staying
January.
for this.
Now Sanchez like, oh man,
I can't stay.
they don't believe
June.
enough in us. to
And they
keep
got a
him, then you know
20-year-old
what?
Greek
Fine.
defender.
Ooh,
Look, if Alexis and Ozil leave in January,
Top four.
There's
Top four.
there's no
best stadium in the
We might finish
Champions.
7th, dog. Arsenal might finish 7th, bro. We might still win Europa, but we might finish 7th.
You're gonna
man.
win Europa without
Burnley's
those
coming
two?
for you.
Would
Your ass.
replace him. Would
With
replace
who?
him.
With who?
Riyad Mahrez.
Iwobi?
Riyad Mahrez would be an immediate.
Europa's already
Listen,
Mahrez
Riyad
ain't leaving.
Mahrez
Would
wasn't
be an
good enough for
immediate thought.
Coutinho, but all of a sudden he's good enough for Ozil and Sanchez. Stop it, bro. There's no replacement.
Look.
You lose him, there's no run
Look, there's
of
no
anything.
replacing him. I'm talking about realistically who would bring in.
But this, look, you're
Riyad Mahrez is a
backtracking
guy
like
who
us.
would get. I know brag-tracking. This is facts, son.
Black
But look,
tracking?
You're
either
gonna
way,
win the Europa
Arsenal-
with Riyad Mahrez.
No,
Stop
Arsenal
it, bro.
is
You
in a
lose
better
those two,
position
it's
in
over.
terms of their midfield to replace these guys.
But in terms of your
The
offense,
quality drops off 100%, but we still have players like Ramsey, Jack. We have guys. Dog, this guy's there, bro.
Wait.
I like
Look,
guys
that.
there.
Jackie Boy's gonna get injured
This
again this
guy's
year.
there. You don't know that.
We all know that
You
Wilshere's
don't know
probably
that.
gonna get.
Even if he doesn't, dude.
You don't know that.
This dumb.
They're playing
That's what he does.
Atletico Madrid is
Some
in
people
the
score
Europa.
goals. He gets injured.
You know what I respect? You for
Griezmann.
being in there on
Chill
the
out,
ropes,
son.
just
Realize
swinging,
that?
just
You-
swinging.
You gotta go up against
He's
the
not swinging.
You lose those two, it's over. Just like you said, Coutinho. They lost one
Look.
guy and brought in Virgil, one of the best center backs in the EPL.
And you
still
said
no
top
four.
four's out, and now you're gonna win Europa.
And now you're gonna lose
Depends on
two
replacements.
of your top 10 in the world
Depends on
players.
Napoli, Atletico
Shout out to
Madrid,
Mark.
Who's the dude off
Dortmund.
Nabil
They gotta
Fekir?
bring- they gotta
Might bring in
bring
Nabil
fucking
Fekir.
Dempsey.
Really, bro.
Yeah,
And
Nabil Fekir
unproven
might
young,
do work.
young talent from
Man
France
scored
again.
like 30 goals in like
Yeah, that's great,
like 20
bro.
goals in like 21
Yeah.
games or
Ask-
whatever, man.
Ask Falcao how I went. Ask Falcao how I
Well, he
went.
went to fraud ass United, so and then fraud ass Chelsea.
Sure, bro. And how's Arsenal?
I
will say it will hurt.
Anyway.
As much as this sucks because he's going to
Yeah,
United, I
whatever.
kind of want to see it just so I can watch
What?
Arsenal TV.
You want to see what?
As much as it sucks that Ozil will be going to United because I don't want United getting
Dude.
stronger, but it would be so funny to see that
Brutal.
Arsenal TV the
Another
day
one.
that Ozil goes over to United.
Dude,
Another
against
one.
Burnley, they were singing, "We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit." Arsenal fans, like literally, the cameras went to Arsenal fans, and when you guys were down
Nottingham
1-0,
Forest.
Nottingham Forest, not Burnley. Sorry.
Yeah, but
We
Brad,
never talked
literally-
about that game.
you know
by the way,
Arsenal
did we?
fans are fickle. We did.
Nah,
you
I
just
mean, we
weren't.
popped
You
in and
didn't
out,
jump
yeah.
in as usual. You know that Arsenal fans are fickle, bro. You got Wenger in versus Wenger out.
That's
There's
true.
all sorts of
It's a
upheaval
civil war,
happening
maybe.
amongst.
It is a civil
fans.
war.
That'd be
Wenger
hysterical.
That's a
That'd
small
be
percentage.
In the middle.
That's a
Wenger
small-
maybe.
if I was there, I'd
That's
make
a
that sign.
sick
I would
sign,
hold
dude.
up that sign.
Wenger
Question
maybe.
mark.
Give him 2 more years.
Flip flop.
See what happens.
That's some pancake shit right there. We don't deal with that, man. Look,
Maybe. ...
that would hurt. 100%. That would hurt. But look, we're talking about ifs, so's, and buts. What we do know is that Coutinho has left Liverpool.
Hey.
You know what happens
Cheerio.
to gaping
Tom's
holes.
doing his
They
best
get
Fox News
fucked.
impression,
They
bringing
do.
it back to the talking
And
points.
right now, Liverpool is fucked.
No, I wouldn't say they're fucked at all because Salah, he's been really responding.
Wah.
Mane's coming out of his funk, which is good. Every other player that's doing the job.
Lallana's back.
I mean, yeah, Lallana's back. The main thing is Henderson going to be healthy enough to play the
No,
rest of the
no,
season?
no.
Emre
If Jack
Can-
Wilshere's not,
Maybe
Henderson
half
definitely won't.
the
Oh,
games.
they don't even put them in the same
Come on,
category.
They are.
No, Jack Wilshere has been out for like the last 7 years.
Okay, but
he's been injured more times than he has starts for Arsenal probably.
Hendo
but the thing is,
Hendo's still going to
Don't
be
look
out,
at me
though.
into
Hendo's
that
not gonna
comment.
finish.
By the way,
I
I love
see
that.
him.
He's just punching. By the way, Jack Wilshere, first time he's played 5 games
In his
since
career.
2013.
Well done, Jack. Well
Oh
done,
yeah,
mate.
same
Jackie
class
boy.
as him.
Well done,
Stop
mate.
it.
5 freaking years, man. Talk about injury
Still
prone, but
and
he's still
a better player
So-
than Hendo. He's still a
Look,
better
he might be better than
different
Hendo,
players,
but
and I don't know
Lallana's
about
out there.
that.
Lallana's out
I
there
don't
doing
know.
his thing. Lallana's out there.
So
And
that's who's
Wilshere.
going to replace the Coutinho production?
No,
Look,
but
look.
when it comes down to it, because Coutinho, as we said before at the beginning, he had those phantom injuries and he didn't play. He didn't play a lot of games, and yet Liverpool still looked decent without him.
Yeah, man.
You can't replace
They're
that.
obviously not going to be stronger without
You
him.
gotta fill in the void. You can't
Yeah.
replace that.
And
what,
you know
what
who's
did-
gonna
what
fill in the
Barcelona
void,
do with
dude?
Neymar? They've bought Dembele. You gotta buy somebody. You
You
gotta
get
fill in the
Alex-
void.
Alex
Dude.
Oxlade-Chamberlain, who's just came
That's
in.
it. You just
He's
need
a
5
fine
goals
attacker.
from Ox.
saying.
5 goals this year from Ox. You
That's
need
possible.
that.
That's possible.
You need
10.
an additional 2 from Salah, an additional 3 or 4 from Mane and Firmino. And now that Coutinho's not on the pitch, like Huss is saying, Coutinho's been hurt most of the season, which is why I thought he was having a nightmare season. He was killing it. Dude, it's a loss for Liverpool in the chance of like, oh, could they have made a Champions League run? Probably not now, especially if they lose Salah or Mane. But they're in a much... They brought in Virgil, dude. They're in a much better position than if Arsenal loses these 2 guys. Who's going to come in? Iwobi to cover that Maitland
yeah.
Miles?
Rob Holding
Holding per Mertesacker.
He ain't no Lingard, bro. He ain't no Lingard.
Let's
You
talk about that for
rainbows.
one second. We never talked about
rainbows, fools.
Everton and Liverpool with Virgil having his debut. Virgil looked dominant on the Liverpool
is.
back line.
You know what else he dominates?
No, but not only the fact that he looked comfortable with the ball, passing just back and forth the midfield,
He's Dutch.
He's a
which
natural.
Matip and Lovren do not do at all. But not only that, but on the free kicks
Oh, you're
and
turning
corners.
your back on Matip now.
Dude, Matip
No,
got
no, no,
buried.
no, no, no,
He got
no, no,
buried.
no, no,
with
no.
his
I
back.
never turn
No,
my
no,
back on
no.
Matip.
I hate Matip.
I'm not turning back on
No
anybody. I'm
bias
just saying
doing
he's a higher
Matip.
class.
Those are the
But
Twin Towers.
But
Those
the
two.
main thing is
Racist.
that not only did he Virgil get the goal, but before that win, he also won 2 other chances in the box.
Very wasteful.
But
Look, it was wasteful, but like good.
But
he like
we have not
fought and
seen
he kept
Liverpool
going.
win those type of battles
Lovren
Like
won.
Virgil?
every single
Because
time
you got,
Yeah,
they
you
went
got no
down the
height.
field.
Look,
You got
Virgil-
no height. You got.
But not only does he have height,
just
he's
dominance.
athletic, dude.
He's Superman.
It's beyond that. He's
He's
a
captain.
leader.
He's
Did you
captain,
see him
yeah.
pointing at Matip, telling Mingole where to go with the ball? You do this, you do that. Like
Just
he's
like
a
that.
man
He
in
just
charge.
showed up.
He's a defensive leader. That's what I've been.
You guys are
I've been see-
amateurs.
I've been seeing
Give me
this
the
in
ball.
Celtic, man. This dude, I think, is the truth. I've been wanting Arsenal to sign him. It's a great signing by Liverpool.
Yeah.
Finally, you
Worth the
address your
money.
weaknesses. But let's get into the other side of Merseyside a little bit. Discuss Everton.
Dude.
We
Oh,
I love it.
Is it,
I love it.
is
Let's
it
go.
Mason Holgate? Him and Firmino with that racist row. What's up with that, bruh? Apparently,
Firmino's racist. It's just that
Firmino
simple.
called him a negro, which we know in Brazilian Spanish
I thought you
means
said puta.
black, not necessarily the N word, but
Still,
Yeah,
I
Suarez-
mean,
still,
Suarez-
he's going at him.
Why
Yeah,
are you
he's
bringing
going
up
at
race,
him.
though?
And this is what
Brazilian's
happened. Mason
Portuguese.
Holgate pushed him out of bounds into the fans.
What's
How is that
already
not
out
a
of
card?
bounds?
How is that not a card?
Because it's a
Yeah, it's a
Merseyside derby,
Merseyside
dude.
derby,
Get the hell
Stop
outta
being
here.
soft. It
No.
was absolute foul. It was a cheap shot. It was garbage. But it's a derby game.
Yeah,
That's
like,
what
get
we
him.
want.
That's
why
a
we
yellow
want
card.
derby
I'm not
games.
asking for red. That's a yellow card. Pushing somebody into the stands.
Come
Not
on.
a
Look,
derby.
it was a legit. Yeah, it was a missed call. But I'm happy, dude. It happens in derby
I've
games.
seen Milner
People
do
go
that when he does
studs
that.
up.
Oh, he's awesome. Oh, this
No,
guy.
Milner does not do that.
He's a captain.
Milner does not do that.
Yeah, he's
If-
too square.
He does not do that.
Pussy.
False.
I've seen Milner do some dirty shit.
No,
No,
I
look,
haven't.
look. That was dirty.
God.
Mason.
He's not an angel.
Mason,
No,
I
he's
dig
just
him.
Jesus. He's a Messiah.
Just because his jawline is perfect doesn't mean he is.
It's pretty perfect.
Doesn't mean he is.
Dude, Mason, I dig him, man. He's got a little fire in his belly. Last week, Pogba tried to grab his arm and try to young man him. He was like, get off me. You know what I mean? So, like, this kid is not taking shit. He's throwing shit out.
Do we see the FA bring this up or anything like that? Because there was the referee
It's been
kind of like...
submitted. Your boy
Yeah,
there,
it's under review.
Bobby
Yeah.
Madley, right in the thick of it. He submitted a
Yeah, it's
match
under
report.
review.
It's in the report.
Was he the ref?
Yeah, fourth official's in on it.
So
He was
rough.
right in it, so he heard
rough
everything.
there?
You can see him. Firmino comes in. Puta madre. You know, you can read his lips, and then someone's head comes in the way, and you miss the next thing he says. But yeah, he's racist. Liverpool's racist.
I'll
You
be-
know,
I'll be-
what
I'll
up,
be
Suarez?
dropping Firmino.
What up, Suarez?
Fantasy squad.
Suarez is racist. Yo, Liverpool.
It's a Liverpool
What's
thing.
up? Yo, is Coutinho working behind the scenes there
Right?
too? I mean, come on.
Fenway
For
Sports
real,
Group,
though.
ran by Paolo Di Canio.
But also Balassi,
Secretly.
man. Balassi doing work for Everton. Robertson,
Dude,
though,
that's-
standing up.
Yeah, man.
Young boy
he
standing
looked
up.
Good, man. He
You
looked.
see, Balassi did look like he did the mini sweep the ground. He didn't quite sweep the ground with the move, but he did like the little...
But not only that, there was
rip
multiple
swing.
times that Balassi and Robinson were even, and Balassi hits the ball forward, and Robinson kept up, if not beat him to the ball. I didn't know Robinson was that fast.
Look, I'm gonna give Balassi 2 months to get his shit together.
He's not in shape.
No,
He's
but
not in
this
shape.
was at the beginning of the game. This is 15, 20 minutes
Look,
in.
he hasn't
not
ran
in
in
shape.
18
Yeah,
months,
he's
bro.
injured, bro.
Ripped
His
knee.
ACL.
Messed his
Give
knee.
this dude 2 months.
Needs
He'll
2
be
years
back
to
to
recover,
show
All of a
people
sudden,
that
Robinson
pace.
was moving in slow motion against Balassi.
Dude, Robinson killed it. There's no denying it. But he got a Balassi who's pretty rusty. I want to see Balassi in April, May.
Balassi-
You'll see this dude.
Balassi
You
was
think Zaha
whipping in the crosses.
Yeah, you think Zaha's a problem. Remember at Crystal Palace, it was these two.
Dog.
These two were
Flying
problems.
down
And
the
look,
wings.
Lookman also came into the game, made an instant impact.
sorry, by the way, Balassi was the one who came in and was purchased between Zaha and those two. So Balassi, man, give him 2 months, get his feet under him, and we'll see him just roasting dudes.
Oh, how about,
Lookman?
well, I mean, Balassi versus United roasted people on the outside.
Yeah, he does work,
He's
man.
a roaster.
But-
He's
but
a
I'm
roaster.
saying-
He's a roaster, man.
The roasties
He's
are
the
out.
John
But
Rickles
that's what
of
I'm
roasting.
saying. With Robinson, I mean, don't say that he was. Oh, we're gonna give him 2 months because he did his job versus United. He looked.
Didn't you
fucking
see me
lethal.
applauding? I literally applauded him. Literally.
Look, what about your boy Hassan?
I
Was
didn't,
it?
hey, you didn't clap loud enough.
Remember, this is a good call
Sandro.
by Hass. Cenk Tosun, the guy from Besiktas, the
Yeah.
center forward who had been on fire.
Yeah, he's like
Um,
what 25? They bought him for like
26 years old. Yeah, he's
Over
just
30.
Who's this,
Everton
Everton
just
bought him?
signed him. Everton just signed him. I believe the fee was around 35,
27
Oh,
27.
pounds, yeah. 27
Pounds.
million pounds.
Yeah, something dollars maybe. I got it. I'm a little bit confused, but apparently he's a really good finisher and he's really good in the air. What do you think about this signing, Bus?
Sandro Ramirez needs to go somewhere else.
Yeah,
Oh,
your
he's your
boy
boy.
Sandro
I
getting
mean-
no heat.
I thought he's a
That-
boy.
No, he is. He's saying he wants him to leave so he can get burned.
Yeah, he needs to leave.
That's terrible, huh? I
He needs
hate
to
when they
leave this
do that.
January.
Yeah,
'Cause
get
he's
a
not
loan gig, right?
Yeah,
Get a
that's
loan
fine.
gig. Go to
That's
Spain. Go hang out.
Not even Spain. Just go stay in the Premier League so you can actually get that rough and tough attitude.
Rough
when
and
it comes
tough
down to it.
attitude.
I don't-
Another. Go ahead.
Another 2018
Go ahead.
I can't beat up on him every
bus
time. That was very nice of you, Al. You bailed out.
What, you don't like that one?
Everton.
What?
Everton, early days in the January transfer window still, but Ross Barkley wasting no time at all, moving across to moving south, down to London, the Chelsea Blue, 15 million pounds.
bench.
He's out of contract in the summer. Had to cut the price. He was at Stamford Bridge deadline day in the summer.
Bailed, yeah.
Didn't sign. I'm not going to sign for Chelsea.
He's about
blah,
to
blah,
get loaned out.
Been injured all season. Could get loaned out somewhere,
Yeah.
but
How does
Dude,
50,
what a
50 million,
career.
that's a
This
steal.
is-
That's a smart move by Chelsea. This is what they do,
It's a
man.
business move.
They stay the financial fair play. They never cross their boundaries. It's a
15
big
million.
investment.
You're right. 15 million for Ross
25 years
Barkley
old. It's a
business
is
move.
nothing.
No.
It's a great business
Pennies.
This
But-
is the same as what's his name, who went
Dude, you
from
sell him.
Everton to Man City, the D mid.
move. Drinkwater?
No, Rodwell. This is the
Oh,
same move
Jack
as
Rodwell.
Rodwell.
What a
Thank
waste.
you.
Just gonna
This
fade away,
reminds me of
dude.
it.
Gonna fade away. Unfortunately, and even worse for Barkley, he hasn't been playing for Everton. If he was coming in hot, okay, maybe he'll make some noise. Look at Danny Drinks,
Dude, if Drinkwater can play for Chelsea, then I don't see.
Drinkwater won a league though. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
give a
Drinkwater.
shit. He's average.
Look, he is average, but he has something.
Slightly above.
What is Barkley bringing
above.
in? What does Barkley want?
He
What
brings
has
in
Barkley
two
done?
things. Well, actually, a few things. He's
Weak
young.
knees.
He's young, but
Barkley's not young anymore.
Well, he's young
20
enough to.
25,
But he's
dude.
English.
Look, the English, that's why we're saying it's good business. It's definitely good business for Chelsea. We're talking about Barkley. What are you up to, bro? What is going
And this
on
is
here?
a guy who, like, people were comparing him like Paul Gascoigne. And
Dude,
how
everybody
Wayne
was
Rooney.
but he was
potential.
making that noise, man. He was left to right, tall, physical
Here's-
kid,
here's what I will say.
6'1", with swagger.
He's what Dele Alli should have been. What
Should've
he is.
been.
Oh,
No, no.
sorry.
Dele Alli is what Barkley
Well,
should
that's
have
what I
been.
mean.
Right.
Yeah, switch him around. Everyone saw
Yes.
Barkley like 4 years ago thinking what Dele Alli is right now.
But
Exactly.
he never even had that, like, technical. Dele Alli's smooth. His technical ability is way above Barkley, in my opinion. I see Barkley as a Chelsea player because he's physical, he's fast. Okay, he can ping from distance. He has these special magic moments. But he's almost like a Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Like, when I look at him.
So he's
they're
playing
kinda-
wing-back now.
they're
He's
kinda
gonna take
the-
over for Alonso.
He might, Doug. I'd see this. Look, this is, I think, is a detrimental move to Ross Barkley's career. You guys know how I feel about youngish players moving to Chelsea. I think it stunts your growth, kills your career. You look at guys like Charlie Musonda, guys with amazing potential.
Mishi.
They just don't get time at Chelsea. So for Ross Barkley to make this move amidst Cesc Fabregas, N'Golo Kante, Danny Drinkwater,
Pedro,
Bakayoko,
Willian.
who they just
Pedro
brought in.
and Willian aren't even starting every game.
So how does Barkley get into this team? When does he play? EFL Cup?
Yep.
FA Cup?
It's garbage.
If Norwich doesn't knock Chelsea out in the replay? Like, when does he play?
They're not worried about him playing, though.
They're not.
They're not. They're worried about their business. Like Al says, they're always on point. They keep up with it. And depth. You got to have a good player for depth. So especially if you're playing Champions League, if you're still in all these cups, you gotta have good players coming in off the bench. You can't have somebody that nobody knows, especially for 15 million. Come on.
I'm glad
Who's
you
not
brought
hopping
that
on
up because like we usually discuss like players' ambition versus like I want the money. Is this a money move for Barkley or is this an ambitious move
Look,
to
Could be
Chelsea?
both.
Look, I
Could be
think
both.
I think it could be both, man. It's
Now
it's
he's on
always
the map.
Mm.
it's always hard with these kids because we're not in their heads. So yes, some of them are making a money move. Some of them do see the big lights and they say they're gonna go for it. But also, is that such a negative trait, man? If we're all sitting here in this room and United comes knocking on the door, you're gonna say, "Look, well, playing time probably." Or
I'll
do you
never
think
be
in
mad
your
at a
head?
dude
Look
for
look
going
at
for
look
his
at
money.
Wayne look at
I'll
Wayne
never be
Rooney,
mad.
man. Different players, different kind of potentials at their time of forming. But 18 years old, goes to United. Louis Saha, Ruben Nistelrooy,
Man United.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is still there. Comes in 18 years old, doesn't look back. You know, you got to go with that mentality. I don't care.
Rashford.
You know, you
That
got to
type
earn your
mentality.
place. Rashford, same thing. Jesse
He's
Lingard.
he's a youth kid though.
You know,
Yeah.
you play well. You're in the performances. You keep playing.
You also
Yeah, I
gotta
don't
look
blame him for making the
Ev-
move.
Everton's training, Chelsea's training, right?
Yeah.
So as a player's point of view, where are you going to develop better, faster?
Around the better players.
And
Eden
you're always-
Hazard.
Thank
know.
you.
And you always have a chance of coming in late in a game to win the team the league, a.k.a. Michy Batshuayi. You know what I mean? You don't do that at Everton. But
Another guy who needs
to
to
our
leave.
point, it's I don't know if it's such a good career move for him.
He looks
I could
so
even see
unhappy.
maybe going to Tottenham. He'd struggle
When
for
they
time
tied.
at Tottenham, but at least there they play youth, they play youngsters,
Least.
could maybe squeeze in. At Chelsea, I see him just being a bench dude, just straight up.
The move in terms of playing time doesn't make sense to me. Maybe he does see the bright lights in Chelsea, Stamford
And
Bridge,
you can and you
the
can't
money.
blame him for not turning it
I'm not.
for not turning down Chelsea. You
I'm
can't.
not.
Well, you
I'm
also
not
have to
gonna blame him
realize
for
how
that.
many teams actually went in for him as well. Because we could say, oh, he could have gone to Arsenal. Maybe Arsenal didn't even try for him.
We probably didn't.
And that's one of the
probably
things.
didn't.
Arsenal should have tried for him. This could have been a good buy for Arsenal. Cheap money. We know that Arsenal doesn't like to spend the money. But also, he's a youngish player, as we said, and he has potential.
Dude, he would have been
Still.
a good buy for any of the top 6 clubs. Any of the top 6, man. This guy's diverse enough.
Which is
Would he
why-
have been a perfect fit for all top 6? No, but
Like
if
a
he came to
De Bruyne.
United, I wouldn't be mad.
But we all agree that, like, in terms of the club, like Chelsea, it's great business. Like Chelsea,
Fantastic.
they're
Turn
on
around
the
and
winning
sell for
They
side
got
25
the
mil.
Yeah.
versus the player who may be on the losing side of this.
He got. Yeah.
Staying on Everton real quick, briefly. Kem Morales joins
Oh, love
Olympiacos
that.
on loan.
yeah. dude.
Oh, man.
For the rest of on loan, he
That's
could be
your
back.
boy, huh?
I love
you
Morales,
guys.
He's a
dude,
great
man.
player, man. 30 years young, but
Yeah, he's
hasn't
one
been getting
for the
burned,
World
man. I mean, played a little bit, but
Mhm.
Sam Allardyce not about him.
He's winding it
World
down,
Cup
man.
around the corner.
Yeah.
Wants playing time. Wants to get in that
That
Belgium
guy,
squad.
that guy's class, man. When he has the ball on
It's
his
quality.
foot,
He won't
just
be able to play in
dribbling,
the
open up
Belgium
that
squad.
space.
Well, at least make the squad.
Yeah.
He's not class.
He'll make
Yeah.
the squad.
I like him a lot, dude.
I know, but he's not
Carrasco.
class. Just because you like him doesn't mean class is an abbreviation for world class. Kevin Morales is not world class.
No, he's like
Could
Everton
be top
class.
Who
class,
said
too.
world class?
I didn't say world
You
class.
said
I said he's
class.
class. I didn't
Not
say he's the
class.
head of class, but I'm saying
He's
he's
not
not
class. He's skipping school. Get out of here.
I like it. Yo, a couple other random transfers. Carlitos Tevez, at one point in time, the highest paid player in the world.
Traitor.
For
China.
Shanghai
Snake.
Shenhua has
Snake.
now
Give us-
transferred
give props.
to his original Boca
Went to
Juniors
City, bro.
for
City's on
free.
the home.
Yeah, so look, I think Carlos Tevez, who to me is a legend. I love this guy. I love the way he plays. Love everything about him.
He's a winner.
He's onwards to retirement, I think, with this move to Boca
Sad, huh?
Juniors.
It makes us feel old. It's
Mm.
only a matter of time before we see Kun Aguero doing that as well. Guys winding it down,
I
man.
can see that.
When
Ronaldinho.
they talked about him going back, he said, "I never left."
All right, Hussy.
Savage.
Ibra's one of those
Absolute
guys.
What?
Ibra's one of those guys.
What?
1 more year, 2 more years. Ibrahimovic.
Well, dude,
done.
Ibra,
And he's
yeah.
a legend. You know what I mean? Like this guy.
Dude,
Juve,
Do you
Inter,
think
the,
Barca,
the
he-
problem with Ibra, man,
Ajax, PSG, like
Come to
he
the
won
MLS.
everywhere.
reoccurrence of his
MLS.
knee injury, man. Just came back, injured the same knee, out for a month, says the team doctor. But he wants that Premier League title. This year doesn't seem like it could happen. Next year, better chance of happening. Will he stick around for another year, or is he off?
Wages, the wages.
Is
Look,
he
I
off?
think-
If he takes a pay cut, you know,
He'll
who
have to.
knows?
That's the hard part is that they have, but they negotiated a 1-year contract, so it's
If they
obviously
buy
up for
Griezmann
negotiation
or somebody
again.
like that, I don't think he's gonna stay.
Look, he
bring in
could, man.
somebody
He
else.
could
If
for
they're
depth
bringing
as long as he
Griezmann-
knows his role. As long as he knows, look, you're not here for starting time.
A guy like
anymore.
that though, with his ego, is he gonna take the backseat? He's gonna be like, all right, I'll be Robin.
If his
That's
knee
tough.
says take the back seat,
Yeah,
he will.
it's tough.
If his knee doesn't have 38 games, like it is.
That'll
what
show
it is.
maturity.
I
That'll be
think
like,
that's-
all right, you're a leader. You
What-
really
yeah.
are a captain.
I
And
think
that's what
it's also-
helps.
Sweden, like,
That's what
yeah.
helps.
I
That
think
injury.
the big difference is Jose being the manager. He listens to Jose. He doesn't
Agreed.
listen to every manager.
Agreed. Especially not Pep. Doesn't think Pep's a man.
I mean, we got nuggets for days, man. I'm looking at Thomas Lamar potentially replacing Coutinho
Summertime.
at Liverpool.
Summertime.
You know, there's there's a bunch of stuff. Man United looking at there's a left back off Alexandro from Juventus as well. You know,
That
United.
would be a great buy for United.
Luke Shaw
Happy
and all
with
that.
Shaw, yo.
So
Love
You happy
with
with
Shaw.
Shaw?
Yeah,
You
I
don't
love
want
Shaw.
Sandro?
Look, I'll take Sandro, but
You'll
I don't
take-
think. Look, I don't think that's. I don't think. Time out. I don't think that's our weak position. I think
Left
center
back?
mid.
Center mid.
Let's
Center
address
mid,
center
yeah.
mid.
Dude, Ashley Young's lockdown.
Dude, our
left back.
defense has been fine the last 3 years, and we didn't even have Luke Shaw. Look, I'm not sitting here saying our defense is perfect. What I'm saying is, let's not
Solid.
pull
Yeah.
a
You have a
Liverpool
defensive coach,
buying
though.
plays
The
we don't
best.
need.
Yeah.
We need a center
The
mid
best players, you get the best
to
coach.
compete with Pogba or to be on
Dude,
Pogba's level,
that's
a guy
the-
he sees him.
Yeah, that's the primary like.
Yeah, let's
That's
address
a
that
priority.
before we start spending money on guys like Alexander. Once we have that, yeah, it's like Perisic. I would have loved Perisic at United. Do we need another winger? No, we didn't.
You need a left back
You would-
more than a
you would
winger.
change.
Left back is probably the second most crucial area that you need.
Yeah.
I'd say
Center back,
I'd
yeah.
say center back.
Center
No,
back.
center- no,
center
I agree
mid.
with
I'd say center back.
You
For
just said
United?
you just said Ashley Young is doing well,
He's playing
and
great.
you give me shit all the
Dude,
time about Milner
Dude, but
playing left
Ashley
back.
Young just got called up, dude. Like,
Yeah,
he
if
is
you're-
doing well.
if
Like,
you're
it's not me
informed-
being a favorite. Like, read the articles.
I know
like,
that,
it's not
but
even me.
Sandra's better than Ashley Young.
Look, for 2
because
years we can get
Young
through
gets
with Ashley Young.
roasted on the back line.
Alexandro would change how United plays. I think if you had
be
that
more
center
attacking,
midfield
though.
and then you, yeah, exactly.
But
With
that's
him
not
and
Mourinho's
Valencia
style,
up-
though. Now you have a Marcelo type of player who's going in up top for
He's-
crosses.
But he's,
That's what-
he's
that's
more
what
complete
Ashley
than
Young
Marcelo.
does.
He's a better defender, like positioning wise.
Ashley Young's all about
Oh,
going forward and getting that
yeah.
cross off.
He's still in that Juve team, so he's got other dudes covering for him. That's why he plays that defense, because he's got two defensive mids chasing back. You still got Chiellini back there. Like, Juve is a defensive squad, always has been. So if you're on Juventus,
Mhm.
Dani Alves, he wasn't a defensive player. He still isn't. So him being on Juventus, like, it didn't change it. He's still an offensive player. Sandro,
But he can defend. We've all known that Dani Alves can defend, and that's the same point I'm making with Alexandro. Like, although he is really good going forward, he's a good defender too.
Give
Man.
me Alaba.
He's a good defender.
Enough of this bullshit. Give me Alaba.
Alba's not
The
leaving.
latest
So
latest.
Bayern's
Danny
on-
Rose.
Bayern's
Give
on
me
the
Danny
slide.
Rose. He's cheaper.
Danny
He'll go
Rose,
for the
Danny Rose
cheap.
injured.
I don't know if he'll be
Bayern's
cheaper.
next captain.
It'll be cheaper than Alexandro, bro.
He's
What?
rated at
He
50. So Rose is what,
Alexander
45?
is a starting left back for Brazil, basically, dude. He's like
there were
right
reports
there.
that saying Sandro would go for 50.
Yeah, but he
Rose
won't.
would go for what, 45? So what, 5 million cheaper? For United, it means nothing.
Rose will go cheaper. He's always injured.
We don't know.
And
but,
Danny Rose is also injured right now. Same knee that kept him for 10 months. Doesn't
Bro.
seem to be too bad, but that knee's troublesome. So
I don't want to play like that.
You know who's not injured? Sandro.
Alaba,
Or you know who's not injured?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alaba,
Alaba's
bro.
not
Luke Shaw.
leaving Bayern.
Luke Shaw's not injured. Luke Shaw's fine.
Luke
That
Shaw's
makes
killing
sense.
it, bro.
Because-
Dude, Luke Shaw's
Luke
looking.
Shaw's fat.
Luke
Come
Shaw
on,
is so.
Do you see it?
Oh no, I've never doubted his ability, especially in the final third or his speed, just his mentality. This guy doesn't know how to positionally. He sucks. You know, on
Watch him,
defense.
bro.
He's improved, but he's still not at the level that Sandro's at defensively. But going forward, man, this guy is so dangerous that it almost the Marcelo
Do you think-
effect. You know, he's so dangerous going forward. It almost compensates his defensive,
Dude.
failings.
I-
but he's not. It's not. I'm not saying
I
he's a
disagree.
walk. I'm not saying he's a
No.
step over. I'm not saying he's a speed bump.
No, I disagree on the defensive because he did it at Southampton, dude. That's why United signed him. We've seen Luke Shaw defend. It's not like at Southampton he was playing Marcelo style.
He's
Yeah,
just-
what up upstairs?
Yeah.
Look, he's just been injury prone and he's just had a rough go at things. But right before he broke his leg, he was looking proper
He was
again.
looking like the next, like Ashley Cole, that left back for England.
Dog,
who's
that
gonna
bomber.
be
That position, by the way,
truth.
before he was hurt, was his, man. Rose and
it
all
was.
them were chasing him. But
Things have changed.
look, things have changed, but I've seen that spark again. That's the difference. I'm saying, that why rush to replace this guy when you see the spark? You've spent
I
2
think
years working
if
on
you
him.
do replace him, don't replace him with Danny Rose. Replace him with Alaba, Alexandro.
Alaba
No,
would be
you-
nice.
no, you have-
Alaba and
World-class
Shaw.
left back.
Shaw
But we need those
support.
English
Alabar's
names.
not leaving because if
We
he
need that
leaves,
homegrown.
if he leaves, Alaba, he's not going to go as a left back. He wants to play
D-mid.
He wants to play midfield. So if you get Alaba, he's not playing left back for
Could
you.
be United center mid.
No, look, he plays the center mid for
Austria.
Austria, yes, thank you. I almost said Albania. I was thinking about
Albania.
Mahrez.
Oh, Albania.
Yeah.
Think about
Yeah,
Brad
I was thinking
Bagdelli?
But at the
Mahrez
same
is
time, when it
You're
comes
thinking
down,
Mahrez? He's
Mahrez, yeah.
Algeria.
Algeria? Oh, my
What
bad.
were you thinking?
Well,
You're just
Armenians?
thinking- You're just thinking they all look the
Albania.
same, bro. No, it's all good. Keep going, dude.
No, I'm trying to think of what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I
but
see smoke.
Flat tire.
Alaba, if he goes, again, I could see him playing like a 4-3-3.
You will play
playing
when Mourinho tells
Dude,
you.
you'll play
He's not
center
going
mid, you
United for
play
that,
left
then.
back, you play center mid.
He's not. Then again, Alba's not leaving Bayern. Not for at least another few years.
Last nugget, I don't know. I'm not sure if we'll have too much to say about this. This kid Malcolm, who's been playing for
Oi.
Bordeaux.
Definitely signed him in FIFA.
Hot target. Arsenal, Man United looking at him.
Definitely signed
You
him.
guys ask, okay, who could, if Alexis were to leave, who could they replace him with? Look, this kid is young, he's 20 years old, I believe, 19 years old, and he's been having a year. Obviously, no one at this stage can replace Alexis Sanchez, but another young Brazilian man who the world seems to be eyeing. So,
Hey.
just another nice little hot nugget.
Brazilians at Arsenal.
What? They haven't tried it. What?
They tried
Eduardo,
with
Eduardo Silva.
Gilberto.
Shawcross
Gilberto
broke
Silva.
his leg. Gilberto Silva.
There's a lot of
Baller.
special players that come out of Brazil, but
Danielson.
50-50. What are you going to get?
You never know
Which
what you
one are
get.
you going to get? Exactly.
You never know.
You might get Cleberson.
You might get Rubinho.
Cleverson.
You might.
Oh, we had
You
Cleverson.
might get
Oi.
Cleverson.
World Cup winner.
One
Man United fraud.
One target we have not
Yeah.
talked about, Leon Goretzka. He's with Shakhtar right now. Doing really Schalke, sorry. We're doing really well in Bundesliga. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, he's up in 6 months. He's able to talk
Dude.
to everyone because Emre Can is already signed with Juventus, or reports are that he already signed with Juventus. And with Goretzka, we got
There's only one club.
Bayern.
What nationality is Goretzka?
I don't know, dude.
German.
What does Germany love to do with the best German players?
I think
Just
it's-
like Spain loves to do with the best.
I think it's
midfield.
55% chance
Kick
he goes to
dudes
Bayern.
out. They're gonna
55%.
kick dudes out. Guys like what's his
Vidal.
name? Vidal. It's time to go. He's over 30
They
now.
just signed Quarantine Tolisso. They
Tolisso,
got
bro, it's
Thiago.
gonna be
They
Tolisso
got
and
Rudy.
Goretzka.
Was it Sebastian Rudy?
Tom, Tolisso, Goretzka,
Rudy
Thiago's
Goretzka.
nice. Thiago's nice. He
Javi
might.
Martinez. They got
Javi Martinez is retiring at the end of the season. He's out, bro.
He's retiring.
Not retiring, but like
He's
he's
out.
done at this level.
Boateng
He's
is
done at
out.
this level. Dog, that midfield needs fresh blood. Goretzka's the next German Basti, dude. He's coming through.
I
He's
know
coming
he's
through.
box to box
They're
in
gonna
him,
sign
but-
him. They're gonna. There's no way unless Real Madrid, Barcelona. I think that's it. Those are the only
City.
two clubs. City. Real Madrid, Barcelona, City. Those are only three clubs that could come in and snuff him away from Bayern. Bayern would be maniacs. Dude, they signed Hummels from across the street at Dortmund. Because why? Because they know we need this guy for the national team setup. It's better that he plays around with talent and he's going to win things. Gets him into mentality for the World Cup.
Bayern's
That's
not
what
fair.
Germany does.
Bayern's just not
The
fair.
FA is in bed with the clubs, bro. It's a unison, and not in a negative way, but just
Well, you
it's
want
just
you want the
united.
World
They
Cups.
filter, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
You look at youngsters playing in Germany. You got guys who are 18, 19, who have 70 caps at Bundesliga level under them. That's why I think in the future, man, England will never win a World Cup because poor guys like Rashford have to sit down for guys like Lukaku, who are youngsters from other countries developing. Germany doesn't do that. Spain doesn't do that. Their youngsters play in their top leagues. And
Italy doesn't do that.
Italy doesn't do that. And that's obviously the price of money, man. Obviously, if the money was in La Liga, they'd be having the same issue England is. But unfortunately, England has the money. So all the young English talent, guys who are winning World Cups with the English U17s, have to go down the championship
Phil
to
Foden.
get time. Phil Foden is coming in off the bench. Nasty kid. He should be starting at Stoke week in, week out, developing his talents. But he's not. He's
He would be
instead...
on Werder Bremen or some club
Exactly,
like that.
that's what I'm saying, man. So Germany,
Stuttgart.
they got a nice little track. As soon as you're ready to pop, Bayern buys you, and you're in the national team setup.
No, I think there's only two players on the German national team that play outside Germany,
Ozil,
and that's Ozil and Toni Kroos.
Draxler.
Emre Can.
Draxler now is in
no,
France.
but starters though, like
No,
the
Emre
core.
Can-
Draxler's coming in.
Khedira
Draxler's coming
before
in.
that.
Kadir's
but
in
Kadir's home again.
Khedira's
not at
still,
Bayern,
he's
but,
still in Juve.
He's at Juve.
Oh yeah, he's at
Yeah,
Juve.
but I mean,
But
for
they're
the
gonna kick him now
for the most part.
for the most part, man, they move out of the country when they're
Yeah.
almost done
It's
with
just
their
like Spain.
careers.
It's
Yeah.
just like Spain. Those guys
Stay
stayed
Madrid,
Madrid
stay-
or Barca,
stay
and
Barca.
maybe Atletico if you're fucking around. Other than that, you're at those three clubs, and maybe one or two outside the walls. But
Randoms, yeah.
Goretzka
That's why
to
they kill it.
PSG.
PSG needs to sort out their manager. PSG, Tom and I were talking, man, that club is too big for poor Unai Emery, dude. It's just too big, man. It's too much.
You go from Sevilla to that, like
certain managers can't manage superstars. Look at Rafa Benitez. As good of a manager as he is, I mean, he's won Champions League. The guy has credibility, but he gets to Real Madrid, and the players don't respect him.
You know what it is, man? It's the way you carry yourself. He's not a chest out type of dude.
No.
You need to be chest out at those 3 clubs in Spain, or at any top club. You need to be chest out. Even if you go out like a bitch, like Mourinho at Chelsea, he was chest out. Even on his way out, he was like, "I'm still the fucking man."
Barca coach now. Look at him.
Like I think
scary looking dude, man.
I think Marcelo Bielsa could like manage pretty much any team in the world. It's because that chest out thing that you're saying, just that how he carries himself, the confidence in his ability. But
PSG needs Diego Simeone.
Man, I think they need, like you're saying.
What's that Kevin Hart's skit? Yo, like Kevin Hart's skit where he talk about his uncle. He's like, say it with chest.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with chest.
Say it with your chest.
That was what was that? His dad or his uncle coming back from jail?
Yeah.
Say it with your chest. But yeah, all right, guys, that wraps it up. Not gonna go too long. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the support. Glad to be back. We'll be back in our regular format next week after EPL kicks off again. But before we go, Al has something to tell you.
As always, everybody, this episode of the Podcast FC show is brought to you by CLNS Media. CLNS Media is an online radio and digital media network which features a full 7-day-a-week broadcast schedule with numerous personalities and celebrities from across the worlds of current events, entertainment, technology, and sports. You know, they're not just sports heavy. They got history. They have, news from around the world. Very complete as far as media outlets go. Additionally, CLNS employs both full and part-time journalists, commentators, and producers from around the world. It utilizes its staff members' geography to deliver global news, unique commentary, and perspective, all in written, spoken, and visual formats, so you can read it on the train, listen to it in the car, wherever you are, and you have live on-scene reporters interviewing players, on location, so you really get a feel of the environment of the game. Based out of Boston, CLNS is a credentialed member of the media, and they cover the Boston Celtics, the Boston Bruins, New England Patriots, and, of course, the Podcast FC show. So if you want to find out more about CLNS Media, you can go online, clnsmedia.com, check out the website, a lot of good stuff. Go on Facebook, type in CLNS Media. Twitter, same thing, CLNS Media. Check it out.
Anything else, boys?
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Appreciate it. Thanks for joining,
Thanks
Igor.
for stopping by, bro.
No doubt, man.
Next time I'll talk about AC Milan.
That's not. Let's leave them be for another 5 years.
Another 300 mil.
Oh my God. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Peace.